Good morning. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys today? Let me pull myself up. I am Tanya with Ribbon Branch Crafts, and you're here every single Wednesday with the Bright Ideas Crafters and Marketplace. And the host is Debbie's Bright Ideas. Um, so today was fall, and was the theme that she gave us. And so I did a little poll to see if you guys wanted to see more of a primitive type of crow, which I think I still want to do one, but most of you wanted like more of a cute one. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do a little crow with the moon hanging out in a nest. Okay, so let me set this right here. And we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So I figured out a way. I had two of these. That's what this is. But I had a couple of these, and I like saving. Hey, good morning, Christy. Hey, Stacy. There's my ladies. How are you this morning? It is super chilly, but it feels so good. It's like a nice fall morning here today, so it just feels nice. So I have this size of a sour cream jar is what our main thing is going to be today. And then I also have this little egg here that we're going to use. And then the other thing you're going to need is this. I have this, but this is, I think they're called cupcake dummies. Hi, Tina. How are you? Hi, Eliza. Good morning, you guys. But I used all my scraps up. So that's why I'm using this, but you can absolutely use scraps, okay? So that's all we need, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing I think I'm gonna get out, this is the cookie dough color. If you're looking for this, I sell this in my shop. If anybody's wanting to try this craft, so we're just gonna start off. Good morning. It's good to see you, Stacy. Have you been crafting anything, girlfriend? I still want to make some sort of primitive crow. I think I want to do one. I'm probably going to do that today after I get off of here and I'm just, farting around and stuff. I got my house all clean and, but I was thinking about, I was telling you guys, I save we are some coffee drinking people. And, so I have all kinds of different sizes of coffee cans, mainly like the big ones. Hey, Quincy, good morning. Christy, are you liking it so far? Thank you so much. I personally, I really like it too. Um, hey, Rhonda, how are you? Um, but I have a whole bunch of cans, that I need to figure out something to do with. And I think fall is going to be a great one, especially for primitive type stuff. Stacy, you probably know what I'm talking about. With the, like rusting them up, a great way to do that is if you check out Lisa from the Silver Farmhouse, she is a really good one to go to if you're really into primitive stuff. And I actually learned this technique from her. Um, but a good way to rust up like a tin can or even a bottle, just, anything. I'm just rolling this out and we're going to make this just big enough and we're just covering our jar. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that. Good morning, Renee. Hello. Hey, Debbie, there she is. Um, but I learned this from her, and a great way to get like that rust effect without really needing to do a whole lot. I used to do it with Mod Podge, then sprinkle it on, then Mod Podge again, and it's kind of messy and, I didn't particularly like doing it that way. I thought that was the only way. But she uses black spray paint, okay? And then you just spray a coat on and then sprinkle your cinnamon on while it's still wet. And you guys, it works absolutely great. Her name is Lisa, Stacy. Lisa from the Silver Farmhouse is her page. She has a YouTube and a, I first found her on YouTube, but she's like way more active on Facebook. But yeah, she's really good. And she does a lot of, I think I told you guys before, she does a lot of really, really cool stuff with cardboard too. Uh-oh, hold on, let me close this out so I can see you guys. Hey, Amy girl, there she is. So I'm just putting some tacky glue on our sour cream. But you guys, I am a hoarder when it comes to like containers. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? When you're like, don't get rid of that. Same, it's like the same with the boxes. That is a good box. We need to save that box. You never know. Hey, Lori. Good morning. But that's how I am with containers too, you guys. Like, I will save literally every single container and be like, no, we can do something with that. Hey, Rose. I didn't see the apple basket, Stacy, but I saw her do a, oh gosh, what was it now? It was a while back. I think she made a barrel, it looked like just like a big barrel that she did with cardboard. And you guys, it looked legit like like a barrel. It was so cool. So now with this, you don't have to worry too much with the lines and stuff. I'm not going to worry about it because it's just we're making a nest, so it's just going to add to the character. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little more excess than I normally do. Okay. And then we're just gonna make mine country. What's your name, honey? Does she really? I didn't know that. What is their pages? Do they have their own pages or do they get on with her? I'll have to check that out today and watch some of them because, yeah, I sure do love me some Lisa. And she's super sweet, you guys. She's fun to watch. Hi, Tammy. Welcome, my friend. Hey, Tammy girl. So I just got this covered, see, and I want this wrinkly. This is very fuss-free kind of thing because we want a nest. So we all of this is going to help us. We already started the character of the nest. You know what I'm saying? I know, right, Debbie? I am the exact same way. I am the same way. Hey, KK, how are you? Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit more of my cookie color, and we're just going to go ahead and do not worry about, getting this fully, covered and all of that, because all of this is getting covered up anyway. I'm just trying to have something for my styrofoam to stick to, since it's like a smooth surface in there. Hey, Renee. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, Amanda. Welcome. How are you today, ma'am? I was just telling everybody earlier, it's like really crispy here. You guys, I absolutely love fall weather. I love it so much. So I got my Jamie pants on. I feel nice and cozy. Got the windows open with my coffee. It's like perfect morning for me. Okay, so see, it's not covered real good, but that's all you need, okay? So I think that's all we need for our cookie color. Let me go ahead and put this away. Hey, Peggy, good morning. Good morning, you guys. It's so good to see all my lovely ladies. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to hang out with me every week. I really do appreciate you guys. Okay, so we have this now, right? So now what we're going to do is we are going to take this tool here. You can use a butter knife, very, very similar, okay? And we're going to do like we did when we put the wrinkles in our hat. We're going to do just some lines like this. Oops. See, like that. And we're just doing like random lines starting out. Okay. Hey, Misty. It's chilly and raining there. Oh, yeah. We got a lot of sunshine, but it's chilly here for sure. I actually had to turn the heat on, y'all, when I drove my kids down because I told you we got a really long driveway. So I just drive them down. It's a steep hill. And I had to have the heat on today, you guys. My daughter put a sweater, had a sweater on. So now I'm going to do some diagonal ones. Okay. And these are just random because we're making it look like that's what, a nest looks like. It looks cute, but kind of messy at the same time. This is an easy craft, you guys. You can absolutely do this. And so now I'm going to go crossways. Okay. And just willy-nilly random. Okay. But we want to put enough texture in here so, we get the best kind of nest look that we can. Renee, it's the same, the firm style clay is all I carry now. To be honest with you, I mean, the soft clay, it was okay, but it's just, it wasn't, I personally, if it's something that I know I wouldn't use regularly, I don't want to carry it and expect you guys to like it. So that's why I just have the firm, but that's what this is. And I just restocked and got more colors for you guys. And I actually, to give you guys an update on that other order that has the sugar cookie, um, it was delayed a little bit. So it should be here, I would say, probably the first week of September. But that's going to I have some surprises in that one for you too, my friends. Okay. So this is what we got. See, looking kind of nesty, right? Don't have to be perfect. We just want to make it. So now I'm gonna take my little cake dummy. Do I have any soft yet? I think I have one bag. I might have miscounted. But I have one bag of the cookie color in the soft left. I haven't posted it or anything. You need to find inspiration again, Rhonda. What's going on? What are you looking for? What inspiration are you needing, my friend? Okay, so I'm just going to put a good bit of super glue on the bottom of my piece of foam here, and we're just going to stick it right in, y'all. We're just going to stick it right in. Hey, Janet, good morning. About the shabby tree. Oh, the shabby tree. I have heard of that. And another sister's crafty decorated. All three. Thank you for letting me know that, Tammy. I'll have to look that up. Are they on YouTube or are they just on Facebook? The Shabby Tree is on YouTube too, ain't she? I think I've watched her before. Cool weather in San Antonio. Ooh, lovely, Rose. It's a good day to sit out on your porch and drink coffee. Okay, so see how it fills it up a pretty good bit? But like I said, you can just use your scraps. You don't have to use. Hey, sweet little Bree Bree. How's my Bree Bree today, girl? What are you doing? Are you listening to Mom, learning lots of stuff today? Huh? I hope so. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let me look at this here, is actually I'm going to put this over here. It keeps getting in my way. We're going to add a little bit more dimension to this. And all I'm going to do is I got my contour palette and we're going to do the darkest shade on here. And I'm just going to, again, this is just like a willy-nilly little thing. It's a nest, so don't worry. But we're just going to put a little bit of shading in our divots. And it'll help give it a little more, a little more of that something, something that we like to have. Good. Good job, Bree Bree. What are you learning at school, girl? My kids are, my daughter just learned, she's reading a book all about the different kinds of leaves and stuff. It was a pretty cute little book all about maple leaves and what the veins are for. I actually didn't know what the veins were for. I thought that they were, just to help the leaf hold on is what I thought, to hold on because, it comes out and that's how it attaches to the actual branch. But no, I found out that the veins are, they help hold nutrients for the leaf in the tree. Did you know that? Pretty cool, huh? Allergic to caffeine. So, oh no, Renee, that's illegal. You gotta have caffeine, girl. Okay, so now we got that. See how it just kind of added, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it does. It adds a lot more to your piece. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is I am going to take some of my my Spanish moss that I got here, and I thought that this grayish kind would look good, like it looks better for like a nest color, but you can use the moss that they have. They have a green colored moss at the Dollar Tree too, and at Walmart. I would, like I said, I recommend that you get it from an actual store. Even Hobby Lobby is probably cheaper than getting it from Amazon. I was very surprised by that, but it's pricey on Amazon. So I'm just getting a little bit of this. Yes, girl, Misty, coffee. I have to have my coffee. I am like dead to the world. I cannot function. I am a coffee addict faux show, I say. I keep a coffee cup in my hand at all times. My husband's the same way. So you just find your front here. I think I want this to be my front. And I just kind of balled it up. We don't need to put U-pins or anything like that in today. And we're just going to kind of tuck it in there. Okay. And that's what that'll give you. Okay. Looking pretty nasty. Okay, so now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do our little moon. Okay. Hey, Darlene, good morning. Good to see you, friend. Okay, so I have this cutter here, but really all it is, you don't need this. I just do it just so I can make 2 little pancakes and, and it's easy. But this is what we're going to do with the lid. I took the lid and I'm going to cut this little lip off. Let me show you. See where it hooks on? I'm just cutting that part off. Okay. What are you guys doing today? You got any plans? Not me. Like I said, I think I'm just going to probably work on some, some ideas that I've had for the shop and some kits for you guys. And so this is what we got. Okay. And this is just to give it a little more stability so our moon doesn't, sag while it's drying. I just don't, I've had so many problems with clay. I'd just rather just be safe just because you just never know. I've had every single clay I've ever used do that to me. So, okay. So this is the dandelion color. If you like this color, I have it in my shop, but we're going to use the dandelion color today. You're cleaning the house? Yes. Oh my gosh. And I'm tired. I had to do that yesterday too. And, get my, you guys, that storage room back there was an absolute, it was horrible. But I got me a lot of cleaning done yesterday. I'm proud of myself. And I told my husband, I was like, can we please go out to eat tonight? Because I'm so tired. I don't feel like cooking. And he's like, yes, what do you want? So, Amy, if Dwayne comes home and tells you he had Sonic today in his lunch. Tonight, Amy, I'm making shepherd's pie tonight. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's what I was going to do last night. And I'm just doing this out with my hand because I do want it a little bit thick. I want me a nice, actually maybe we'll do this one a little bit thinner because I had a little bit of a tough time getting my crow being so big. Maybe we will make this one a little thinner. You're making a nutcracker bear? That sounds really cute. Yeah, you guys, I love shepherd's pie, and you know I love cheese. Is one of my favorite things. And please trust and believe I load that puppy up. I think I can get another one of those. Nope, I gotta roll it out. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut 2 circles, but like I said, you don't have to do this. I'm just doing it because it was just easier for me to do it personally is all. Hey Jenny, how are you? Okay, so now we got that. And I think that's all I need for this color. Make a pot of chili. Ooh, yeah, today would be a great day here for something like that. My mom used to make chili. Have you guys ever had chili and cinnamon rolls? Oh, it's so good. I love the sweet and savory together. So I'm just going to put some tacky glue on one side, and then we're going to just basically make a sandwich. But she would make, she used to work for the school, so she had the good cinnamon roll recipe, and she would make chili with the cinnamon rolls, and I love, love, love that sweet and savory together, like jelly and sausage biscuits kind of flavors. And it was so good dipping it in the chili. This would be a good day for that. But I'm just kind of gently pressing this in. And like I said, this is just for the support. Ooh! Sounds like Dwayne's going to have the best lunch today, huh? Tyler said that they all look at each other's lunches to see who has the best lunch for the day. Isn't that funny, y'all? Oh my gosh. And I guess they like do a little swippy swap of food and let me try that. Oh, let me try that. You want a bite of this? But okay, so I'm just gonna put this other one on. And again, this is just I'm just using this because we have it, why not? Why not just use it up? And like I said, the stability, it's not gonna sag this way. I know, Christy, I'm telling you. And Amy, I want to try your chili. I want some chili. What kind of cake did you make? Okay, so that's all there is to that. Okay, and you don't have to worry about if it's a little lumpy or anything. I mean, it's a moon. The moon's lumpy. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna put this in the very back of our nest here, and I think I'm just gonna use toothpicks for this, and I'm just gonna get them way down in here. Okay, and then we're just gonna slide that right on. Okay, that's all there is to it, you guys. Just kind of, and that's what we got so far. Okay. Ooh, girl, you did homemade icing too? Dang, that sounds delicious. I love lemon frosting. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yum. You're making me hungry, girl. Okay, so the next thing that we need is our black. Okay. Hey, Brenda. Good morning. Yes, yes, Stacy. Because I actually worked for the school briefly before, like, just my body's just shutting down, and I can all the walking and the carrying the heavy pans, so I didn't have that that job very long. But I will say, yeah, if you can make friends in the in the lunch lady world, for sure. The I got some of this. They have big salsa jar cans, and that I've used, and some of those big, like, the canned vegetable huge ones that they have. Those are awesome. And there's also I use some what is it, ranch, like the big ranch containers. I think they're like gallon. You know what I'm talking about? And but yeah, I used to tell the ladies when I worked there, I was like, please save like all of it. I want all of it. You can do some pretty cool stuff with those for sure. And those things, I seen a lady, crap, I forgot who it was I was watching. It was somebody doing a live of, they took a can, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Like it's actually a pretty popular thing to do, I guess, with a can is you take the end and then you crunch it at the bottom So the top is open and the bottom is like squished together, and they make like wall arrangements out of it. Like put greenery and stuff in there. They're pretty neat looking. I haven't made one myself, but they're pretty cool. You sub in the kitchen as once I get the yes, Brenda, you got the hookup, girl. I used to have the hookup. Hey, Tina, there she is. What you doing, girl? You working on anything today? So I'm just gonna put a little of our tacky glue. And then I'm just gonna roll it up. You like being a lunch lady, Brenda? I have to say, like, I really liked it at first, but it wasn't for me. Especially all them dishes. Ugh. Okay, so I just trim my excess off and we're just smoothing her down. Have you made any crafts, Brenda, yet with them? Okay, so now we got that, and want the small side of our egg is going to be the face of the crow. Okay. Hey Debbie, how are you? Hey Laura. You gonna work on some ornaments today? Ooh, that sounds lovely. I would love to see pictures, my friend. Okay, so that's it for, actually, let's go ahead and we're going to, since we got this out, and we'll just put it away. I'm going to roll some more of my black out. I've been starting to think about some Christmas stuff. Are you doing Halloween ornaments or are you doing Christmas, Tina? Okay, so for the wings, I already showed you guys this. So we're going to use our big teardrop and we're going to use our small teardrop to get these wings, okay? Hey, Jennifer, how are you? And I'm going to cut out. I wish I knew how to sharpen these. Let's start. I use these so much, they're starting to get dull. Okay, so I'm going to cut 3 big ones out and then 2 small ones. And that's going to be for our crow tail, okay? Christmas, cool, girl. I've been starting to think about Christmas too a little bit. And then for the little one, for the side of his wings, we're gonna do 3 small ones on each side. Okay. Then I think that's all we need for our black. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that away. I'm doing okay. I was telling the ladies earlier, I absolutely love nice, crispy, fall mornings. So it's like the perfect fall morning today. It's all sunshiny and chilly, and it's just nice today. So, okay, so I'm gonna get my tool. Let me put this way. I'm gonna get my tool back out. Okay, so this doesn't require a whole lot of different tools and stuff either. And I'm just gonna do my line like that. Okay, we're gonna do that to every single one of these. Okay. And we'll start with the tail first. Okay. So now I just kind of pressed it just a little bit so it would sit the way I want it to be, kind of cantered up like that. So this is, remember what we did for the wings, we're just going to cut at an angle. And you just want to meet, stop at that line, okay? And then go at the same angle on the other side. Oops. And that gives you like the coolest, easy little feather. So I'm just going to set that down. Thank you. I am having an amazing, blessed day, Laura. I hope you are as well, my sweet friend. It's always good to see you. Yeah, this weather, I don't know about y'all, but it's like something about my favorite kind of weather just makes me feel really happy and, you know, energetic and stuff. Like I actually want to do stuff. Okay, so we got our 3 big ones is what we're working on right now. Okay, so after we get our 3 big ones, what we're going to do is I'm going to put one in the middle, just lay one down, and then put one on either side slightly overlapping. So what I mean by that is you want the tips the same. I'll show you here. And then slightly overlapping on the tail part. So a little something like that. Okay. Then we're going to take our 2 smaller ones. We might just need 2. I don't know. We'll see once we get it on. And I'm going to put one smaller tail or feather on each side here. Okay. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to, that's what that gives you. Okay. So then we're going to take our tail and just set it down. Find about where you want your tail to be on the back. Remember, the big side is what we want to be at the back. And we're just going to press since our clay is wet. Okay? And see, that's what we got. Okay, so now I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and anchor my crow in. And so for that part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my skewer, okay, and this is what we're going to use to do the legs. And let's see, how big do I want the legs here? Probably, and don't forget, clip it at an angle, okay? We want 2, we want 2 sharp points. Hey Shannon, how are you, sweetie? What you doing, girl? Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pick this up and see where I want to position my crow at. And then all I'm going to do is just stick these in. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now before we put our crow on, we got to do one more thing. Hey Andrea, what you doing? Okay, so I'm going to get you, this is the gray that I sell. And we're just going to get some of our gray, and we're going to make the feet kind of like, if you remember the turkey, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do them a little bit smaller, okay? Okay, so what I'm going to do, remember I showed you, is I'm going to take a little ball of my clay, and then I'm just going to roll it just a little bit. And remember, we're going to cut this in 3 pieces. So we want we're going to have 3 pieces like that. So you have your big toe is the middle piece, and then your 2 little toes, okay? It kind of does, doesn't it, Amy, when you say that? I'm going to tell him that. Look, babe. That's a little bit big. Yeah, he's a sweetie pie. I'm glad him and Dwayne get along so well. They seem like they're pretty good buds, from what I hear. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to show you again how we do our feeties. So I'm just going to roll my middle piece, my bigger piece, into a cone, remember? Just like that. Okay? Then we're going to do it again. What are you up to today, Andrea? Is everybody having a good morning so far? I know, is it too early to tell? And I'm just going to put them together like that, kind of like how we do our little easy heart. And we're going to do our other one here. Okay. And put that one on. And there's our little footy foot. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our other foot made. Okay, got my big toe. I'm just going to put that on one side. Okay. And we're going to take our other one. Put it just like that. Okay, so now that we got our 2 feet and we have our positioning of where we want to put our crow, I'm going to get some super glue, and I am going to put my super glue, we want the feet to look like, see how they're like kind of hanging off? So what I'm going to do is just put a little dabble of super glue on the edge of my nest, and then I'm going to position my feet and kind of point them in. I'll show you. Okay, so that's what we got. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and take our crow. I'm going to put a little bit of super glue on my skewers here. Hey, Michelle, how are you? And then I'm going to see, make sure you have it centered on your feet here. And then just gently press it down. Okay. And there we go. That's what we got so far, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the, we're going to do the beak, so I can go ahead and put the gray away. And all we're going to do for that is we are going to roll another little ball of clay. And crows have a little bit of, like a longer kind of beak. So we're going to do another cone about that size. And then we're going to take our scissors and cut horizontally, just like that. Okay. So now we can set that off. Let me go ahead and put this away. Hey, Nikki, good morning. How are you today? Guys, I just can't get over. I was sitting here when it's quiet, and I got all the windows open so I can hear like all the little country bug sounds, So for this, I am gonna get a little piece of my toothpick here, and I'm just gonna hold this up and see about where I want my beak to be, probably on like the upper third of the front of your character, okay? And then I'm gonna just a little bit. And then I'm gonna put just a little tiny dabble of super glue. A little dabble, do ya? Hey Priscilla, how are you? Good to see you, friend. And then I'm just gonna gently push this on, and then I'm just gonna kind of push the back with my fingers. Can you see that? I'm just kind of easing it on, like kind of with my clay here. And I want the sides to be a little more pressed out, like that. Okay, so that's that part. So now, since we got this out, I'm going to go ahead. The next thing is I'm going to do the eyes. I got these off Etsy for anybody who's wondering. Yes, I'm doing good. Thank you. Hey, Hey, Ramona, how are you, my friend? And so now we know birds' eyes are like, on the side of their face. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my clear tacky glue about where I think I want to put the eyes. Okay. And you can use any color you want, just whatever you think, looks good for your crow. And we're going to put them kind of at an angle. I'll show you what I mean. Turn this. So just the you can put them however you want, really, I guess. Just make sure that they're, even on both sides. So we don't want his eyes to be all weird. Okay, so that's what we got. Okay, easy peasy. You guys can do this, okay? Christine, hey girlfriend, happy hump day to you, my friend. Okay, let's start off with just 4 and we'll see what that looks like. So I'm just going in with my line again. Okay, just like that. Doing our little clip in. How's your daughter like in college, Christine? She's all moved in up there now, right? Okay, so I'm just doing my little clip into that line. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put one at a little bit of an angle, about like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the other one slightly overlapping on top, but we want the points touching, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, I think I am going to put one more little wingy on. Just to give it a little bit more something. Okay, and I think I'm going to put this one right in the middle of those two. Okay, so that's what you should have, okay? And then now we're going to go ahead, and I don't know if I need as many on the other side, because you really don't, we're not really going to see that, so I might just put one in the back, because like I said, we're going to put pumpkins and stuff, so we won't even, we're just going to see like the top of this one here anyway. So really all you need is 3, 4, you need 4 for the top. See, just like that, because see, but you're going to see the top of it, and that's all we really care about. So we don't need these. Ain't no point in doing more work if we don't have to, right? She officially starts classes today. Oh, good. I hope her day goes well. I hope everything goes nice and smooth and good for her. Okay, so now the next thing that we're going to do is, I forgot to put my little nose holes on. So you can just grab like the back of just anything, and we're just going to put 2 little holes for the nostrils. Okay, and that's what we got. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to start with our, no we're not. We're going to, this is the milk chocolate color, and I got this mold here that we're going to use again. This is like a stump. I got it off Amazon. It works really cool, especially with like, now would be the time. I mean, I've been using this quite a bit for fall crafts. It just is really, really cool. Little mold. Hey, Maria. What are you doing? What are you doing today? Have you heard any news yet, my friend, about your interview? Okay. No, Amy, I didn't. I couldn't bring myself to pay all that money for that, but I do the room that I'm using that, I told you guys that was my old craft room. Cause it has two big built-in shelves in there. So there's 20 cubbies. If you look at that picture when I posted all the clay, where it's in, those are the built-in shelves. And, but that's all where I put all my, you know, some of the sizes, but it's still not enough room. So I just essentially just have some colors pulled out for, so I can grab quick for orders. And then when I run out, just go through the boxes are stacked basically. So maybe eventually I'll, but it works all right for the moment. Not too shabby. So I think I'm going to use every size again. And then what did I do for this? Yeah, and then we're going to do two more. Oops. That's the wrong size. It's like a tree stump mold, and I got it off Amazon. Works pretty good. I like it. I put it in some little bee crafts and, anything like that. Like I said, a lot of fall crafts. Works pretty good. So I'm just pressing this in. All right, so now we got that. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to do like we did before. I'm going to put them a little bit on, we're basically going to press this down onto and that's how we're going to anchor it in. I'll show you what I mean. So you just find like the little corner, the front, make sure you get all that, and we're just going to gently press in. And then we're going to take our other two. I'll show you what this looks like here. I'm going to connect them together just like that. And then, let's see where I want this. Put this down like that. And so now we have a little something on the bottom, that we can build off of. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. Okay, so now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start just doing our pumpkins, you guys. And they're very easy to do. You can do them as big or as small as you want. And we're really just, filling holes at this point and just trying to make it look cute, Very easy craft. Very good for fall. Can fit in, with Halloween, or if you like fall, or only fall. So we're just going to start with our balls of clay. And then I'm going to take this tool. This is really the only tool that I think I've been using for this. Oh, we're fixing to use another one here. And I'm just putting lines through the middle. And then just go the opposite way, kind of like you're making a cross. And then we're going to go in between each one of those sections as well. Okay? And this is an easy way to get a pumpkin, like a small pumpkin. And then I have this tool is what I'm going to use to press my pumpkins on. I think I'm going to put one, let's see, right here. So once you place it, okay, I'm going to take my tool, and this helps press it in, and it gives you a hole that we're going to put our stem on in a little bit, okay? And do another one. And I'll do a couple of these, and then I'll show you how I did the leaves and the stems too, so you can get the full because really at this point all it is I'm just making pumpkins of just different little sizes the exact same way, every single one of them, and then you just make them as small or as big as you want, and that's all there is to it, y'all. Easy peasy. So you just tack it on and then use your tool to do like that. Okay, so now really quick, I'm going to show you, I'll keep working on this while I'm watching y'all today, and but how I did the leaves, if you don't, this is another good way if you don't have any tools, okay, and same with the wings, really, you could just make cones and then essentially do the same thing I'm fixing to show you for the leaves, and that'll work just exactly the same way, really. This is the evergreen color that we're going to use today. I like it because it's like kind of like that dark, you know, kind of more of a fall green, I guess. Fall. Okay, this would be good for like Christmas too, Christmas tree. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull off a piece. We're going to roll it in a ball. And then we're going to make a little cone. And then I'm going to squish it with my finger. It's that easy, you guys, okay? And then I'm just going to put a line on the thin side this time, like that. And then we're just going to tack them where you want them, really. Just wherever you want them. Okay? And that's what that gives you. We'll do one more. And then I got, I made these. These are just little bats. This is also from a mold that I got off Amazon. You just, you know, press the clay in there. I had to freeze those, though, since they're so small and delicate. They were not coming out very easy with the, you know, just doing the oil thing just because they're so small. So I just recommend, you know, press them all in as many or as little as you want. And then just pop it in the freezer for a bit, and they pop out and just great, and they dry really fast because they're not that big. So I'm just gonna put another one, and if you're putting leaves in like that, just make sure you put it in the hole just a little bit, because then I'll show you the other thing. I'm gonna go back with more of my milk chocolate. Thank you, Debbie. Hey, Jamie, what are you doing? Okay, so for this, all I'm going to do, we're rolling in a ball. And then I like to do like the kind of over-exaggerated stems. You do not. You do your stem however you want. There's no right or wrong way to do this, okay? And you're just going to tack it in that hole you made. And then if you did a big stem like me, you know, just kind of curl it around a little bit. You know how it looks like a little whimsical pumpkin, okay? And that's all we're doing for the rest of this. And all I did is I'll put one of my bats on so you can see. All that is you just, these are dry, and you just put a little bit of super glue. Yeah, work. Pip. Debbie, you're at work too, ain't you, girlfriend? And I'm just going to super glue them on, and it's that easy, you guys. See, there's one. I think I'm going to do this size. And that mold's cool because it's like two or three different sizes of different bats. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna put more on this one because I didn't put as many feathers on, so I got more room on this one. I'll put him kind of hanging off like that. And that's what we got for our background. And then I'm going to go ahead and shade this too when I get done. Like, just shade the whole thing again with some of my my dark brown, or I mean my dark brown toner. But on after me, don't forget, we're going to keep working on this. We still got 7 minutes. But we're going to Jenny Jan from Colossal Creations today, okay? Because don't forget, we're with the Bright Ideas Crafters and Marketplace, and it is fun on a bun, I say. Yes, Debbie. Oh, today's Wednesday poop day. Is it a little calmer? Probably not, is it? With your didn't you say you got open enrollment? I can't imagine how stressful that probably is. Is that over, or are you still having to do that? Okay, I'm just gonna keep working on the pumpkins because that's really all we got left to do, y'all. Our little pumpkins, our leaves, and our stems. Okay, so I'm gonna put one here. Okay, and you just want to make sure that we're, making the eye carry. Okay, Renee, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Have a good day, my friend. You guys check her page out if you ever get a chance. She's the one that made that really cool pink zombie thing. She makes some pretty cool stuff. She sure does. Okay, so I just made a little smaller one here because I want to stack them. Actually, I think this one, I want to put one on his head because I think it looks cute. And the way these eyes are kind of makes it looks, Now I think I'm going to put a little baby pumpkin next to that. Oh, no. Yaka patak, Debbie. I am sorry, girlfriend. You got Hello Kitty bag? How are you liking your mug? Have you been able to try it, see if you like it yet? Okay, so I'm just gonna put this little one on right next to it. Okay. Squish it down. You don't have to do that, but I just thought it looked cute. Okay, so I'm gonna do another bigger one. You guys, I used to love going for hikes and like going on the little walking trails and stuff at the parks. And I can't do it anymore because my legs are all messed up. But this kind of weather right here is making me want to go on a hike, I say. I can't anyway because I will make it. My legs are so messed up now. You guys like hiking? Does anybody here like hiking or walking? Okay, so we're just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. And you just tuck them wherever you think looks cute and makes it look, full. And I'm just going to, tuck little leaves in. You can put little vines on here, like how I showed you how to make those vines. And yeah. And that would be super duper cute too, to put some vines on. Actually, I didn't think about that when I was designing this yesterday, but that would be a really cool addition to your craft too. Like you could wind it up the moon if you wanted to, and that would be pretty neat. So remember, I'm just rolling a cone. You flatten it with your finger and then do it down the little side. Okay, I think I'm going to tuck this one here. Yeah, girl, I hear ya. I used to love it too before just my legs just, I have osteoarthritis in both my knees, and I have problems. I've had problems with shin splints, from being in the military. And yeah, it's rough, y'all. It gets a little bit rough, but that's okay. Hey, Michelle. There she is. Hey, no worries at all. We are making a little cutie crow in a nest type craft today. And the reason why this one's sitting so much further in there is I put it further up so I could push it down further, but this I wanted more of the moon to show on this one, so that's why this one's taller, if anybody's wondering. But it's the exact same sour cream, and it's a sour cream cup, Michelle. This did not take doesn't take a whole lot of investment at all for this. Is if you got some clay, old sour cream container, you can pretty much do this, and some toothpicks. You do need some toothpicks. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going on this, but my time is about up, you guys. So let's make sure Jenny Jen is on next. So let's go on over and, get you some coffee, get you potty break, and I will see you all over. I'll be watching her and all the other beautiful ladies today. But thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you guys as always, and I hope you enjoyed the craft that we did today. And I love you guys. More importantly, Jesus loves you. And I will see you guys next week. I might see you before then, but I will definitely see you Monday. Okay? Oh, you're so welcome, Shannon. Thank you guys. And I will talk to you later. Okay? Bye.